Folks, this is a weekly call with what I call the Hub team. These are folks that are part of my organization in Fresno, where we talk about my business, what's going on in my business, where we talk about wins and losses, where I make or lose money. I let you be a fly on the wall with what is going on. So let's welcome Carlos to the show. How you doing, buddy?
Good, good, good. Very good. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year's to everybody.
Yeah, so Carlos, just to catch everybody up to speed, we have a house listed. We call it the Michigan House that you
Yeah.
were gracious enough to do all the work on. It has been listed for about two and a half weeks. We've gotten 6 offers, many of them FHA, one of them creative financing. Nothing in contract now, nothing in escrow. Why is that important to you? Because I think somewhere right around January 3rd to January 7th, somewhere in there, if we do not have an escrow open, we are going to take it off the market and I'm going to spend more money. So let's talk about that, Carlos. You've obviously been in that house. I know we're going to do the floors. I believe we'll
Yeah.
do laminate flooring everywhere except the kitchen, which I guess we'll do tile. I know we're going to do the countertops. Questions I have
Okay.
for you. Should we do the windows,
Good.
right? Today they're single pane. That's obviously
Yes.
a very expensive thing. And then we need to perhaps change some of the outlets, which are two-prong to three-prong. That is what I have on my list. What was on yours? What were you thinking about?
We were looking at the furnaces, the wall furnaces, since we
So, yep. Go ahead. Nope.
already
Looks like
have a package. So my thoughts are
Go ahead.
if you want to update it,
Yeah.
if you want to up the furnaces, or take off the wall furnaces and just keep that package in it, which will create maybe some ducking issues if we don't have them already. If not, the other thing would be the windows. I know that initially we wanted to do windows, but there's always like 2 to 3 weeks, maybe up to 4 weeks before we get windows. So
Yeah.
I don't know if all that. Um, the windows as of right now, they are in working condition. You can
Mhm.
open them, close them.
Yeah.
I
They're
guess
not
it
bad.
can look. mm,
Yeah.
It's
So you
just
know what? Do me a favor, Carlos. Let's help educate the audience. Could you do like a line item estimate for costs? Like flooring in a, I don't know, 1,346 square foot home is going to cost me X.
mhm,
Windows will cost me X per window.
okay.
Countertops in the kitchen, because we've already done the bath. The bath was a full gut. Uh, well, actually, you know what? Let's ask Ty and Stratton a question. Let's get them involved. Guys, when you're doing a flip, uh, what do you think about the bedrooms? Do you guys still do carpet in bedrooms or you do laminate floorings? We'll go to Ty first.
We still do carpet and floorings. We'll do the kitchens, the hallway, or the kitchen, hallway, entry, living room, family rooms in vinyl, the luxury vinyl plank.
Sure. Mhm.
And bedrooms we usually do in carpet.
Okay.
Just a better all feel. A lot of times too with windows, if the windows are functioning and they're not falling apart, typically I almost, rather than, because you got to pass that cost on to the buyer,
Yeah.
I would almost, like, if they're decent and they don't look horrible
Mhm.
and they're functional and they're not leaky, meaning,
Yeah.
if they're decent and functional, we typically would not do the windows,
Yeah.
only just because that cost we got to pass on, unless we just get a great deal on windows, or somehow they're not special order. We can get all of them in. The other thing too is sometimes with the odd size windows,
Mhm.
where
Oh yeah.
most of them you can buy them off the shelf, but then you got those 2 or 3 that are like
Yeah.
weird, and now they're special order, and it kind of lays. So I really try to stay away from windows if I can myself.
Yeah. The other thing about windows, at least at this property, because they're all functioning, working great, they're cleaned up, they look great. Carlos did a wonderful job with them. And probably why I won't do them, frankly, is I won't be able to pass on the costs. I'm just going to make up a number. The windows are going to cost me $8,000 to install. I'm not going to get $8,000 of value, and I'm not doing this for charity. I'm not here to lose money. So I can pretty confidently say we're not doing windows. Could there be one or two that we change out because Carlos tells me it's leaking? Maybe. But I can pretty much tell you I ain't changing windows because I won't get the return in this market. It is just a different market. How about you, Stratton? Do you like carpet in bedrooms?
Dude, I don't do flips. when we wholesale a house, we go, all right, $35 a square foot up to $70 a square foot. Make sure you bake in enough to make sure the buyer's making some money and they have some cushion. Right.
Yeah.
So if it's 1,000 square foot house, awesome. Bare minimum, we think it's going to cost 35 grand to fix up. Just with inflation and everything else, bake in some good stuff for them. And then if worse comes to worse, we go higher.
There you
But
go.
we've done like one flip and I hated it. And so, yeah.
It's like real work, man.
Yeah, you know, like it's managing contractors and everything else. Like we'll do stuff for the storage, like to stabilize it, but still, that's not
very different.
nearly
A box with
as
a door
intensive.
is very different.
Yeah, it's like, bro, I'm replacing doors. I may have to replace a roof, and I'm going to pay someone to go pave it and lay some asphalt down. Nowhere near having to deal with, like, I could go do that myself if I absolutely had to. Like, I could go run a tractor, and then I could go replace some doors for a couple of weeks. Nothing like this.
I love it. I love the honesty. That's great, man. Well, Carlos, if you could do me a favor over the next week or so, when you have time, no rush, you know, go do an estimate for flooring, just so people know roughly what it costs, cost per window, and then countertops. I think it would be a great education for the audience. So maybe we can talk about it next week. You cool with that?
Oh, definitely.
Awesome. Well, folks, do me a favor. I have a playlist called Property Walkthroughs. You can check out his work. If you want to get someone that is on my team in Fresno to work for you, Carlos, how would they reach out to get a quote or a bid or whatever you call it?
Sure. You give us a call at 559-681-8431, or you can also jump online and go at www.fresno-handyman.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, Stratton, how are those? You had a couple of deals you were trying to close before the end of the year. Do I remember that right?
Yeah. One of them's in a tertiary. We're only closed one by the end of the year.
Okay.
This is real estate though. So
Yeah.
it was in Susanville. The title company couldn't do anything in house. They're an absolute shit show. I was supposed to close Monday, and now I think I'll close like Wednesday. I was supposed to close last Monday, and I'll close Wednesday.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, but that's real estate, dude. Like, because that's why I set the closing for the 19th, because I knew that it's the holidays. People aren't going to be on their shit. I'm trying to get it done, so we might as well set a date for the 19th so I can get it done before the end of the year. If I would have set it for Tuesday, it would have been an absolute scramble.
Right.
This week to actually get it done, get money wired in, get closing documents in, all that other stuff. So I've signed, the seller signed, we're fully funded. Now it should close probably tomorrow.
Okay.
And then what's some hiccups that we ran into that people could learn from? Going through a Roth IRA company, a self-directed Roth IRA company, has been a pain in our ass. They wanted all this different paperwork.
Is that the seller? Is the seller selling out of a Roth?
No, this is one of our investors.
So
one of our investors couldn't get a hold of their own Roth IRA company to wire in the money. Luckily, we had enough money wired in to close. But then pretty much all of our rehab and our fees is in the third investor.
Sure.
And so we won't even get paid probably till the beginning of the year, which isn't a bad thing.
Delay. It's okay.
Right.
January 1st is not that far away.
Not that far away. And the reason that is she can't get a hold of a Roth IRA company. When we were waiting on the title company and our attorneys to get our operating agreement set up. And the Roth IRA couldn't even like start a process until we had our operating agreement set up, our securities agreement set up. So that was a learning thing, because this has been our first, let's say, big boy deal of like getting everything in place. What else would I say? Moving forward, I will only use one attorney, and that'll be like a California real estate attorney and securities attorney. That way, because we had one real estate attorney in California, and then our securities attorneys, Ian's securities attorney out of Baltimore. She's awesome. But then she's like, anything I do needs to be reviewed by your California attorney.
It goes this way,
and it goes back and forth. But then the California attorney left to Mexico without telling us. And so I had like
he's on vacation. What the hell?
Bro, he didn't even tell us. I was like, bro, you could have told me. I would have got someone else.
Exactly.
And so like this is real estate. If for you guys who
communicate, never assume. Like I would like going back, I would ask everybody involved with this, because you have a time sensitive date. I would have asked everybody up front, anybody going on vacation, and where like I would have asked it subtly, like, what are your holiday plans? Like, I'm going to Mexico. You know, these are things you learn as a commissioned sales rep, because again, you need 3 people to sign before year end. I was always asking, like, starting December 1st, my most common question of the buyers, what are your holiday plans? And I'm like, writing down.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What are your holiday plans?
that
With the
way they
title
don't
company,
think
we
you're being
couldn't have done
sneaky.
anything.
Yeah.
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 Oh, one more thing.
Sure.
On I think it was on Thursday afternoon.
Mhm.
Our title rep just decided to leave. She was like, I'm out. Like, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna get it tied up on Friday. And then Thursday at 12, she's like, I'm out for vacation. I'm gone.
Yeah.
Like, same thing. Didn't even like communicate and just like dipped out. But we're getting it done. Everything's
Yeah.
funded, everything's signed. But these are
It's
the
going to
growing
be
pains
awesome.
and learning pains of real estate.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, the other thing, Stratton, I want to celebrate you, Dean, and Jason. The first Fresno meetup or real estate meetup that everybody needs to go to. You are doing an event, ladies night.
Oh yeah.
The women of Central Valley coming out on stage, no guys, all women. When is it? Who's coming? That is going to be an amazing event.
Let me double check. Let me double check and get the date right. I've gotten it wrong a couple times, but it's January. Oh, it's January 17th.
Nice.
Let me see
You got
here.
Aaron, and who else is coming?
Aaron, Maggie, Cam, and one of the pretty much all women who are like killers. Like, not just killers because they're women, but just flat out killers. They
Oh,
have
yeah.
really big portfolios. They obviously, Aaron and Cletus, a lot of people on this channel know them. They
BBC Homes,
crush
yep. Oh,
it.
number one flippers in Fresno for a reason.
Number one flippers in Fresno, hands down. Cam and Darren are awesome. I think they have one of the best real estate teams here in town. And they're the only, let's say, good hybrid agent / investors.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of them. And then Maggie Sanchez is an actual legit cash buyer and has a pretty substantial portfolio.
That is awesome.
And so they will all be speaking. It'll be awesome. I'm so excited for it. This one's going to be at a different place. We thought Brad's place would be a little bit too dark for a group full of women at night.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we're going to, this one will be up in Clovis. What else do we have going on? That's about all. We'll lock up another storage facility in Wendover probably next week too. So that's exciting.
Oh, dude, you're just crushing it. Again, folks, January 17th, it is going to be a real estate meetup like no other. It's going to be ladies up on stage telling you how it's at. I think sometimes we default to a boys club. Just look at this. Just look at this call right here, right? We got 4 dudes. I think you, Jason and Dean are going to lead by example. So thank you for doing that. January 17th. Send me the link or I'll go find it. I'll put it in the show notes so people can register. Thanks, buddy. So Ty, going to bring us home, buddy. What's going on, Ty?
We've got desks available at the hub. We are looking for some realtor partners. We Stratton's laughing. I love it. Right. So it's an interesting time. And I want to just share for any realtor out there, real estate agents, real estate brokers, even if maybe you just passed your test. Michael and I last week, we shared some great news that the frozen market is now becoming unfrozen, meaning for realtors. It was a very, very weird last 4 or 5 or 6 months, just in general. Real estate sales were down. A lot of people were scrambling. We saw a lot of desperation in the way that, some people were operating, trying to put deals together. And it was a weird market. And to be blunt, we're past that. We think transactions, buyers begin to come off the shelf. Interest rates are going to stabilize. They have begun to come down a bit. So we see good news. But the big thing is that there's still a lot of uncertainty in the market. And with uncertainty comes opportunity. So and I love something you guys mentioned earlier, is that the hybrid, a real hybrid realtor / investor, where you can also wholesale and really become your best client, where, of course, every year, if you're a realtor and you're in this business and you're active and you're successful, you should be keeping at least 1 or 2 deals for yourself, right? Or squatting up, owning with partners, even if your money's tight. If you're able, if you're working in this industry, there's no reason why you should not every year be adding a few deals to your portfolio. And that's what that's our mission. Our mission is to squat up, collaborate, and if you're a realtor and you're looking for a change and you want to become a hybrid where you can learn the investing game, be involved with the hub, be involved with Michael, myself, everyone on this call, let's connect. Email me, ty@, TYLG.com, TY at TYLG.com. So there you go.
I want to add
folks,
something real quick.
Go ahead, Stratton. Go ahead.
There's no other realtor in town who can show you creative finance like Ty.
Exactly.
I know all of them. I know all of them. There is no other realtor who can actually show you how to get deals done in a creative way as this market is changing like Ty.
Yeah.
That is the guy you want to go to. There's plenty of people who do deals.
Yeah.
I know for a fact there's not anybody who actually knows creative finance like Ty. And you will need that in your tool belt no matter what you're doing moving forward.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stratton. Thank you, Michael.
You got it. What I would tell you folks is one of my greatest disappointments, and I don't have many. I'm lucky enough to admit I don't have a lot of disappointments. We haven't filled up the hub with folks on Ty's team. I could envision Ty having a wing, like a whole wing of the hub, right? 3, 4, 6 agents, hustle and bustle, doing deals, helping people. Doc, one of the things we do when we're going to merge the hub in one rental at a time together is we are going to document stories. We are going to help people and inspire thousands. If you want to be a part of this journey and on this call every week, getting mentoring, deals, leads, all of that, you need to email Ty immediately. ty@tylg.com. Yeah, it's just a spot to be. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. If I got to offer bounties or bonuses or something, I'm going to fill that freaking place up in Q1 because there are so many people that need our help. And if I got to pay money to do it, so be it. Stratton, do me a favor. How would people follow you? I failed to do that earlier. So how would they follow you on Instagram, I guess?
Yeah, best way to follow me would be at StratDaddy, 2 Ds, 2 Ys, and 2 Ts. If you want to directly reach out to me, the best number would be 801-860-8032. That's if you have any creative finance deals, or if you are interested in investing with us. I guess we do have a mastermind if you were a little bit more of a high-level person. And we do offer one-on-one coaching, but if you're on this channel, I think you should join Zuber's coaching program, because the avatar there and what Zuber offers, I think, is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and it's cheap. It's $320 today. It'll be $400 on January 1st. So
it should be 5,000.
Yeah,
I talk to him I talk to him once a month saying it should be 5,000.
You beat me up every month.
At least once a month saying, Michael, I think
now.
the $5,000 is still a steal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you guys are looking out.
There you go. There you go. Well, folks, this has been an amazing time. The hub is a real spot. You're going to talk about wins and losses. Again, Carlos, one more time, what's the number? Because not enough people are reaching out. Again, they go to my walkthroughs and see the work you do. How should they reach out?
Again, give us a call at 559-681-8431. And you can also find us www.fresno-handyman.com.
Awesome. And Ty, your email one more time?
ty@tylg.com.
And Strat, your number one more time?
801-860-8032.
Awesome, guys. I am not going to talk to you until next year. You are all off the list until next year. Take care of yourself. Have an amazing time. Later.